a baby snake, a very small snake, and a large snake, a very large snake. Okay. The small one is what you're normally going to see around here, and it's easy to put a small snake in a bucket. I was just gonna, and you can do it. You can spend 30 or 40 bucks and buy one of these, or if you just have a stick, you can herd them into the bucket. Turn the bucket like that, put a cover on it, and give me a call, and you're done. And snakes only strike roughly half their body length. If they're really aggressive, maybe 2/3 of their body length. So you got to remember, a 3-foot snake can only strike to right here. So you can get pretty close to it without any issues at all. Okay? So one of the snakes is pretty large, so you might want to stand back a little bit.
Stand back a little bit.
I got to separate them to show you how to do the, but the big one is a little aggressive.
Do they like to go in the bucket? Like if you tip it over like that? It doesn't seem like
if they don't have any place else to go, generally rattlesnakes and all snakes don't like, we're predators.
Yeah, they don't, right.
We're not prey, so they want to get away from us.
Yeah.
You're a pretty snake.
You want to look? Can we look at it with why it's in the bucket?
Oh my gosh, he's really.
He's a biggie.
Oh, beautiful.
Isn't that pretty snake?
Man, a little baby guy.
And little baby guy.
The markings are
So
really
what I'm going to do is take out the baby. Why don't you
Yeah.
guys get back a little bit, please? Oh my God. Okay, so you have a rattlesnake on the lawn. You put a bucket. And normally, he doesn't know what's going on. He's shaking his rattle a little bit. And if this was just a stick, and you want him to do that, you can herd him where you want him to go, and pretty much he's in the bucket.
Look at that.
Not a big deal. Put a top on a bucket, make sure it's got air holes. If it's more than, a couple hours, call me, I'll come and get him, okay? So that's it on that one. A big snake, you gotta be a little more careful. You gonna come out? He may not even want to come out. See, they're timid. They're very timid animal creatures. There's a nice set of rattles on that one. Yeah, you don't want to come out of there, do you?
So scary.
There you go. Rattlesnake.
Wow.
Does anyone want to touch it? You want to feel what a rattlesnake feels like?
Very scaly.
See, he's not very angry. Sometimes they get him to open their mouth. If I tap the tip of his nose, he'll open his mouth. But I don't want to. They get a little freaked out.
Yeah.
So this snake is probably a 5 or 6 year old snake. So they get a new button every time they shed. If they're eating a lot of animals, they'll shed twice a year, otherwise once a year. But this is a pretty healthy snake.
Fat guy.
And they get maybe about another foot longer at the most in this area. But this is a good sized snake for this area.
Yeah.
Okay? So
And now you're gonna
you can
hurry
herd a
back into
snake
the
like
bucket.
this too,
He can move pretty
but
fast.
it's a little bit more cautious. You got to stay a little farther away, and just make sure you give me a call if you see one and it's loose or if it's bucketed, either one. Okay? Yeah, where are you going?
Come back. Go to your bucket. Go into the bucket. Okay. You can go to a nice safe snake place.
See, he may not want to, he's just trying to get away.
Yeah.
He would like to go somewhere. There you go. In the bucket.
Yeah. I think if we found a big one like that. He is beautiful.
You get about
Patty just come.
8 or 9 rattles on there.
We can show her the video.
Yeah.
The rattlesnakes in this area, that's about as big as they get, maybe a little bit bigger. You go to the southwest, you get them 6, 7 feet long.
Wow.
And that big around, that's a big
Yeah.
Where do you go to release them?
thing. I bring them over to the guy that's in charge of this area, and he holds them. He'll get like 30 or 40 snakes. And then Fish and Game has areas that they want us to release them at, so he'll take them up and let
What
them
is the organization? Because
go. The company,
yeah.
it's Sonoma County Reptile Rescue.
Oh, okay.
And
And
so
so- okay,
it's a
so there's like-
non-profit, and he does it. I don't know if, she thought the county gave him a stipend, but I don't know if they do. Anymore.
Okay, but you just volunteer for him.
I volunteer, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get donations and I give them to him, because
He's
not
taking
as
them
well
up
off
the mountain.
as I am, so he could use the money. But yeah, he's been doing it for millions of years. He said he's been bitten 25 times by rattlesnakes.
Oh my God.
So he's not as careful as I am.
Wow.
I've been bitten many times by non-poisonous snakes, never by a poison snake.
Wow.
And I've collected snakes around the world. So.
Yeah. Wow. Did the neighbor that got bit? Is she okay? Does anybody know about her?
Patty was the one who
Yeah.
texted us all.
So what do you do if you get bitten by a rattlesnake?
Yeah. I wonder what.
What do you do?
Call the hospital.
Or,
You-
or go to a hospital?
Yeah,
Yeah, go to a hospital.
You don't cut it. You don't tourniquet it. Okay?
Okay.
You go to a hospital.
Okay.
Period.
You don't suck out the
Nope,
poison.
none of that. You don't do any of that anymore.
You just
You
go.
don't put ice.
No,
I don't
do
know.
you call
No, no, no,
911
no,
or do you
no.
drive yourself?
No tourniquet, no cutting, no sucking of poison.
Okay. Huh.
Just go to the hospital.
Do
They
you-
have antivenom. They'll give you a shot. That
I
usually
wonder.
helps.
I mean, they said she was in the ICU. So.
Well, now if you're allergic to bee stings, or a bee sting can cause a real issue,
Yeah.
some people are going to be a lot more
Yeah.
susceptible to
Yeah.
a poison like that. This is a blood poison, a hemo poison. Some snakes have a nerve poison. Some snakes have both.
Is it true that the baby ones are more? They release more because they're.
No, not so much more, but they don't have as much control over what they release.
Yeah.
So they may, where a big snake may not release anything when it hits you, it may only release a little bit. A little snake just they don't have the control.
Yeah. So it's probably worse to get hit by a small snake.
Probably better not to get bitten.
That's right. Okay.
If you're gonna have a choice. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Are you?
Any other questions?
Oh, I was saying, do you call 911 or do you just drive yourself to the hospital?
I personally would drive myself to the hospital, but I would call 911 if I were you. I would
Okay.
recommend doing that. You want to get care as quickly as possible. A rattlesnake, if you get to a hospital within an hour, you should be in good shape. Most snakes, the poison takes a little while to get going. And as long as the hospital has the right stuff to give you.
Yeah, that's the
And I
question.
think most of them in this area do.
I would hope so.
Yeah, we're in a rattlesnake area. They should all be stocked.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's really been more active this year than.
I've had this is 11 and 12, so it's starting pretty quick. Mostly small snakes. You never know. It'll slow down. It might speed up. The weather brings them out. If it's too hot, they don't come out during the day. They come out in the evening.